is Tim Stack. We are live at EW's photo studio at Comic-Con in San Diego. I was just making fun of myself, but I am here with the cast of Cult, which is a mid-season series. We have Rob Knepper, Alona Tall, Jessica Lucas, and Matt Davis. Hello, everyone.
Hi.
This show, it's very, very scary, and I don't really know how best to describe it, so maybe you all can.
Who wants to
I
take
know.
it?
You can? Okay.
Rock Nate, come on in.
I know. I know.
I can kind of say what he said, which is
Yeah.
it's basically about a young reporter that finds out that his brother has been kidnapped, and when he goes to try and figure out where has he gone, he finds out that his younger brother has actually been involved in a in a show called Cult.
Yes.
Following a show called Cult.
Yes.
And then you also find out, this is where it gets complicated.
So close.
So close, right? And then the more he tries to find out why his involvement with the show called Cult has gotten him kidnapped, along with his help of his friend Sky, who's played by Jessica Lucas.
Yep.
They find out
Almost.
a lot of
we're
crazy
supporting
things.
you, sorry.
Have I read yet?
Cut her off.
And there's a show within a show as well.
Was that clear?
That's
No.
also
It was really clear.
I really tried. Did I not try?
that's also all the time we have. Watch it. It's on CW. I think next year sometime. No, but you guys. So like, you know, Rob and Alona, you guys are on the show Cult. Like your characters are.
I'm
Like
the
Rob,
cult
you're a
leader.
cult leader.
I'm Billy Grimm, the cult leader.
Yes.
Things are getting bad.
Yes.
People are dying. People are disappearing.
Yes.
And they're pinning it on me.
And we think it's connected to the show. And then Matt, your brother disappears.
Right. Yes.
And Jessica's a researcher on Cult.
On the
and
show.
You start to suspect this show might have more going on.
Yes,
with
and then when he
scenes.
comes to the show to find out
Yeah.
more about his brother's disappearance,
Yeah.
we join forces to find
You know
out.
what?
It's this meta show.
Yeah.
It's a show within a show
Yeah.
with
Are
actors.
we okay to
playing-
tell you the whole plot?
Well, it's confusing because it is like there are so many levels. It
Yeah.
reminds me of Scream a little bit, where it's like it's playing, it's about the thing, that, you know, it sort of plays with the rules of the genre. I
Yeah,
don't know, it's-
yeah.
It's for nerds. It's for geeks. No, it's for. No,
That's
it's,
why we're at Comic-Con,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. That's the
Yeah.
thing. I know. I feel like this is kind of like Comic-Con's. Like I feel like Comic-Con should be afraid of this show a little bit because it's about because it's about like fans who are cult fans of something who then start dying.
Yeah, but you know
Yeah.
what? These fans, we know them from years of conventions and stuff.
That's probably
These
true.
fans are really, really smart.
Yeah.
And what I think they're gonna love about it is like, yeah, you know what? It is about us.
Yes.
And we are as fanatical about shows, and we all know that because of people being
Fanatical about shows.
fanatical, having fans.
Yeah.
They're like obsessed with shows, and
Yeah.
to be a part of that is. That's
Yeah, it's a
pretty
show about them.
Yeah.
That must
No,
be
totally.
exciting.
Part of it is about them, and
Part of
and,
it,
and,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
that's what the great part. And I think
Yeah.
that the fact that it's confusing, I like to call it challenging.
No, it's incredibly ambitious. I think that's what I think. I was kind of shocked. Especially, I don't know. It just was really like you had to think about it, and you really there are so many clues. It's very engaging, and I think it really is. It's like a puzzle that you're unlocking. Like just as your character is sort of figuring it out. Like it ends the pilot with this great sort of like, oh my god, what's happening next? Like it's really cool in that sense. But I mean, did it take a few reads of the script to figure it out? Were you like, okay, now I kind of get it? Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No, I thought it was clear. Yeah, I thought it was clear from the get-go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're just smarter than you. It's
Okay. Oh God. Well, that's. I mean, you're not the first person to say that in this room today. Unfortunately.
That was part of the greatness of the show. That it's
Yeah.
hard to explain, but
Yeah.
once you watch it, I feel that if you concentrate, which
Yeah.
you should when you're watching
Yes.
anyway. I mean, it's not something you could, you know.
It's
I don't
not
know,
fluff.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
fluff.
No.
You do have to pay attention,
Yeah.
which I think is good because it's challenging to the viewer and it doesn't necessarily just give it to you. You
Yeah.
have to listen. You have
Yeah.
to pay attention, and
Yeah.
that's the part that makes it
I
better.
mean, it is challenging. This show opens up, you're watching a television show,
Yeah.
and you think you're engaged in the show. And then after the scene ends, it pulls out, and you realize you've been watching a television.
Yeah.
And then you pull back into the other show, and
Yeah.
then it moves into this show. And then you see the show being made within the show, and then you realize that it's all
You
about
just
this
confused
cult.
everybody a little.
You
know.
just blew my mind, Matt.
It's-
I have no idea what you. It just blew my mind. Blew my mind. You blew my mind. Mind blown.
Sorry.
Wait, have you all been to Comic-Con before? I mean, Matt, I bet you have you. Because with Vampire Diaries, have you been here?
Yes.
Yes.
Second time.
How is it going so far?
Fantastic.
You've got your protector ring. You're ready to shoot some lasers and some dudes.
Back!
What? I mean, have you guys been to Comic-Con before?
Never, first time.
Once.
No. Okay. And you've only been there once.
Heroes.
Was it for Prison Break? Oh, for
Heroes.
Heroes. Okay.
No, I didn't. I don't know Yeah, I wasn't around for those. But Heroes, yeah, I came and did that. I was like,
Yeah.
that was same room that we played
Yeah,
today.
yeah.
It was like being in a rock.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys screened the pilot?
Yeah.
I do say a rock and roll.
And how'd it go?
Rock and roll concert. A concert, sorry.
How did the pilot go over?
Well, I think I actually wasn't. Some of us were in there. Did anyone watch it with the
Yeah, we
audience?
watched it a bit. It was fun. That's never happened before. You go to see yourself in a pilot
Yeah, yeah.
when you sit down with the audience. We were
Yeah.
texting. No,
You're like, thanks.
some of
Thanks
them
a
were
lot.
watching.
Studio executives are doing that too. When they're
Yeah.
watching the pilot. They're like, "Brr, brr."
It seemed like it went over well.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't read the online reviews yet, but
Mhm.
I think it's been
people for sure
favorable.
did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
definitely when you watch it, I think you get it.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like we're. Yeah, but
Well, we love it.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else will love it, but
I thought it was great.
4 of us will tune in when
You guys will watch it. I'll be watching it. I'll watch it. We'll all watch it together.
Yeah.
No, but I feel like now, like, fans of, like, Fringe and, like, cult shows are going to be afraid that they're going to be abducted by, like, Joshua Jackson or something. Who knows? Some actor on the show.
Never know.
I know,
Never
exactly.
know.
You never know. It's so
Take you on a
meta.
trip to
Mhm.
France with Giant.
Do you guys get, like, do you geek out over things? Like, are you kind of, like, are you, like, a fanboy or, like, a fanboy girl? Like, do you get sort of excited about, like, Game of Thrones or stuff like
Yes,
that?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Love Game
Yeah.
of
I
Thrones.
know. Everyone seems to love Game of Thrones. That's what I've
It's
learned is that all
great.
actors watch Game of Thrones.
It's so good.
I'm making that
I
blanket
think
statement.
it's because the production value on that show
Yeah.
is incredible to me.
Yes.
I can't believe that is a TV show.
I know.
Um,
And
Well,
dragons.
for me, it's
Yeah.
every show that has dragons. I was just gonna say any show that has dragons
Yes, anything
is
has-
good with me.
I know. Add some unicorns, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm
grew
waiting
up
for
with-
unicorns.
I grew up with a dad who hated television so much
Oh.
that we had
That's
it
tragic.
was bad for your job.
Okay, I know. Jeez, I know.
We had to
It's bad for this
sneak
program right
a
now.
little black and white television out of a closet and plug it in.
Okay.
The TV came out of the closet, got plugged in.
You had a gay
till-
TV
it
too.
was
What
a
a
gay
sad.
TV.
You had a
But
bad TV as a
the
child.
bad thing is it went back in the closet.
Oh no!
After
Oh
the
god.
4 o'clock showing of Dark Shadows.
Interesting.
Dark Shadows every day. You
Oh.
ran home from school and you're like, I got Dark Shadows. Like good television. And you plug it in, you watch it, and then you put it back in the closet. So I grew up without, I still don't watch that much television. Like,
Wow.
I know that show is great.
Mhm.
Saw Sutter tonight. I was like, oh my God, that's your show. And like, I know it's me, but I don't watch it. I don't feel compelled
Yeah.
to watch television. But you asked, like, do we get, like, fan, like,
Yeah,
things
yeah.
over stuff? I get fan, like, over, like, athletes.
Okay.
If you put me up right now against any LA Kings player, I'd be
Oh,
like,
wow.
so it's just, it's amazing. The
I
people
get-
like you guys watch TV and you're like, yeah.
I saw Shaquille O'Neal today. I don't really know a lot about sports, but he is the biggest human
S'mores?
being. S'mores. I don't know a lot about s'mores.
You gotta get a little barbecue.
I think they're
fire.
called s'mores.
Because you're calling it the
I think it
wrong
involves
thing.
like balls and a bat, s'mores.
Some marshmallows.
I think we're all familiar with s'mores. And a little few marshmallows.
Chocolates.
S'mores. It's fun. Yes.
Sports.
I didn't learn how to read as a child or speak properly. But
Sports.
Shaquille O'Neal is the largest human being I've ever seen in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I am basically Hobbit size, but he is real big. And I was starstruck by that.
I saw Shaquille O'Neal. Here's a little tidbit of
Yeah.
Shaquille O'Neal, what is that? Separation by 7? Whatever it's called.
Like 6 degrees of, 6 degrees of Kevin
6
Bacon.
degrees of separation.
Oh,
separation.
I got 7 in my head.
Well,
6
Shaquille
degrees of
O'Neal.
I saw
separation.
Degrees of
Shaquille
Kevin
O'Neal
Bacon.
Yes.
get out of a car at a gas station. He was pumping gas. First rolls up like this big old car with
Yeah.
a lot of guys in it. And then Shaquille, and I'm right next to him filling up my car.
Yeah.
That guy was like a clown getting out of a car. He just kept getting out and
I
getting
know.
out.
He's a
I'm
large
like,
man.
was he ever going to stop getting out of that car?
I know.
amazing. It's
I think he
amazing.
could pick me up in his palm and just like carry me
He's-
around like my
Yeah.
giant.
The
Wonderfully
question is,
tall.
did you geek out?
I did not really geek out because again I don't understand sports.
Yeah, I was gonna say he called sports smart.
I know.
So
I was like,
doubt it.
I was like, what do you play? Like, badminton? So no, I'm geeking out over you all. I geek out over TV because I like TV so much.
Right.
So like, what can we expect from the season of Cult? Will we discover where your brother is by the end? Do you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I think so. I think so. I mean, for my character's journey, I think it'll be a question of how involved he gets,
Yeah.
how deep he gets pulled into it.
Yeah.
Can he find his brother, and can he get himself and Sky out of it?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I'm assuming we haven't read the new arc yet, but
When have you guys started shooting yet?
no,
No,
still in
soon.
August.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what will we know? Like, hopefully, we'll learn more about you two. Like, because you're kind of you're the actors right now. So it's like, will we learn who these two kind of these
Yeah.
figures are?
Yeah, you'll get to see more of the actors playing the characters in the
Yeah.
show, as well as the development of the characters within the show.
Yeah.
So that's
Whole nother layer.
Yes. Yes.
more.
Yes, yes.
Well, you'll see, and you also see the characters, and then you'll see the actors
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Yeah.
I was
You're
fascinated by this.
thinking
Whatever
I know,
is this?
You're thinking about your gay TV again. Your poor gay TV.
You know what?
Let me
My
tell
TV
you,
is still in therapy.
that's not the only thing that came out of the closet to watch Dark Shadows. Let me tell you. So many
Oh, but I went back in.
I'm here
and I
all
came back
week.
in.
I am though. I'm here all weekend. I'm actually here all
Yeah.
weekend in this chair, like, telling gay jokes like this. But anyways, well, you guys, I loved Cult. It's such a good pilot. I think it'll make a great series. It was such a good show. I really
Thank
loved
you.
it. It
Thanks.
scared the bejesus out of me. Please take a photo that doesn't show off my double chin.
Oh my God, they're cameras.
But
I was like, is it a
This so weird.
kaleidoscope?
This is so meta right now. This is perfect.
Uh-huh.
You're filming me while I'm doing
We're
this series.
actors on a show, on a show. about
Exactly.
Actors on a show.
But anyways, thank you guys for coming.
Thank
And
you.
check out Cult. It's mid-season on the CW. I'm being filmed. This is so awkward right now. But anyways, stay tuned for more from EW.com. We're live all day.
Hello.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and
Bye.
gay TVs. We learned so much about gay TVs.